Hi everybody, I'm Lori and welcome back to Happy with Enough. Here I share with you my lifestyle and spending habits that I consider modest. So today I want to talk to you about my press-on nails journey. So I posted something on Instagram about how I made a decision to change over to press-on nails even after I had been getting my nails done professionally for so long. So I'll just give you a quick backstory. So I have been getting my nails done professionally since I was 19 years old. I'm now 51, and faithfully every other week since I was 19 years old. And back then in the early 90s, that was considered tips. And I didn't get the acrylic then. My nail tech at the time, shout out to Sharon Williams, who was one of my very dear friends today. She had a technique that she used for fake nails, but nonetheless it was still fake nails, and I got them done faithfully every 2 weeks. So from there I went to what was next? Nail wraps. After nail wraps, it was did I do acrylic then? Yeah, so I did acrylic overlay, an acrylic overlay. I stopped with the false nails. I only used my nails, but I did an acrylic overlay. Then next, so other things came in, innovation. So I went to powder dip. I even did some hybrid gel, which I really liked. But nonetheless, over the years, it became pricey. So, I paid about $60 every 2 weeks, to get my nails done. So, my stepdaughter, she introduced me to press-on nails. Now, when I was young, they were called Lee press-on nails. And they was just these fake nails that you had this adhesive applique, and you put it on and they would pop off. And so, they weren't, the quality wasn't that good in the product. Well, when my stepdaughter introduced me to it, and it was about, I want to say 7 or 8 years ago, I go, wow, the quality has really changed a lot. And she applied them very well herself. And at the time, she was about 16 or 17 years old. So, or maybe younger than that. She may have been 15. So, anyway, I looked into them, and I couldn't consider them because they didn't have the type of polish that I like. So I am pretty modest with my polish. There was a time when I was a young woman and I wore all the colors, whatever orange just came out, any new pinks, I wanted to do them. But when I was about 25 years old, my mind just changed. How I saw the world and how I saw things changed. And so I went to a couple shades. And so since I was 25 years old, I have only worn shades of white and shades of nude pink on my nails. So some of my favorites, for those of you who 70s babies, 60s, 70s babies, and you got your nails done in the early 90s, Essie was everything when it came to the pinks and whites. And so my very favorite was Essie Waltz like the dance, Waltz. It was a translucent white, and I absolutely loved it. And my second favorite was Marshmallow from Essie, which was more of an opaque, for those of you who know. Many of you might not, but there are some who would know what that is, what those colors are. And then later, OPI, who is really big now in polish, but most people are into dips and things like that. But OPI started to try to, get a piece of that pink and white market, and OPI came out with a shade of white called Funny Bunny. So OPI's Funny Bunny I loved. Essie's Waltz I absolutely loved. OPI, however, had the new pink that was everything to me. I just loved it, and it was called Bubble Bath. So avid nail goers, they know what Bubble Bath is. Any nail tech who's been doing nails over 10 years knows the color of Bubble Bath. And so since then, they've changed the formulas. They do that every once in a while. So they waltzed the color of Waltz right on out. I couldn't even use Waltz after a while, and then they discontinued it. Funny Bunny kind of stayed the same, but they kind of started making it a little too opaque, but I still loved it. And Bubble Bath is absolutely not the Bubble Bath of old. It was a nude shade of pink. It was absolutely beautiful. It blended right into your nail beds. It was almost as if you weren't wearing any color. You know, it was just like the true color of a nail bed, that pinky, beigey, flesh pink. So I was very particular, and so even when I went to get my nails done professionally and I got dips, I would go through those colors and brands. I mean, I would try anything to try to find the shades of white and the shades of pink that I loved. So I learned that there was a brand called Chisel, Chisel, and they're American, or was it America? American, I believe, and they use it for French. Was perfectly Funny Bunny. Okay, it was by itself. It was absolutely Funny Bunny. And then I found a shade of, Chisel had lots of pink and whites. And I did find a shade that was almost identical to the old Funny Bunny. It's so funny because the nail techs would get a kick out of me, you know, because I would just be going through testing, dipping, all kinds of stuff to try to find what I like, because I like what I like. And, you know, I like simple style, simple elegance. So, you know, the last nail tech I went to, I blew her mind because I had already gone through in her salon. I found the nail salons that carried Chisel products. And I would go through because everybody's salon has different numbers on their stuff. So, but I was so patient because I knew what I liked. And when I told the woman the number of the Chisel that I liked, she was just like, oh, well, you know, and people don't hardly use this because, you know, the girls, the long nails are out, you know, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, long red, long colors, you know, with all the stuff on them. So people don't really use those pink and whites like they used to, but I am still a lover. So she kind of chuckled at the fact that I wanted the Chisel. So she went and found it. But when she started to put it on and style my nails, she goes, oh, this is really nice, very natural. And I said, yeah, like Bubble Bath. And she goes, oh, this is like Bubble Bath. And she had customers who would be looking for that color and they didn't know, and you know, it's hard to find. But I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to find what I like. I search out and seek out what I like. I search out and seek out quality. It's who I am. It's who I've been ever since I can remember. So this is a big old backstory, but I want you to understand the journey that I've had with my nails. I have had professional nails every 2 weeks of my life since I was 19 years old. So fast forward, here I am. I'm 51, and I'm on a budget, and I'm trying to find ways that I can maximize my budget, my monthly budget, which is $250 a month. And that has to include all of my personal maintenance. So I looked into the fake nails, the press-on nails again, and I mean, I scoured so many sites. And don't you know, I found that they have been, these manufacturers or the retailers of these press-on nails, it's really big these days, and they have all sorts of pinks and whites. So I have been purchasing random pinks and whites from Amazon, from what is the name of it? Shein, from Temu. And I just get the brands that they carry, and I bring them home and I test them out. And let me just say, I have had some good luck. So I posted on Instagram an old picture of my hand with professionally done, and the hand of my press-ons in the shade of nude pink that I like. And I have it here. And it's by a brand called Morally. Let me, you guys see that? And that's a shade of pink. And These nails are extremely quality. They are very durable, and let me tell you one thing I love about them that I think that it's an extra detailed step they take is the area. If you look at it, they look like they're ombre. Let me see. Okay, but the reason they look ombre is because at the cuticle, the plastic gets thinner, which is in line with a good nail tech. A good nail tech is not going to put the same amount of dip or acrylic or a hybrid gel. They're not going to put the same amount all over the nail. They're going to do it in layers so that when you get to the cuticle, it is a thinner layer, so it can look more like it is growing out of your very own cuticle and own nail bed. So morally, they manufacture their press-on nails that way. So this is the best brand I have used so far. There's some I won't even discuss because they're really not worth discussing. They're not high in quality like I'm used to and like I'll accept. But morally is A1. But the thing is they don't make a whole lot of colors. Thankfully, they made the shade of pink that I love. It is not exactly Funny Bunny, but it's the same thing. It's the same shade. It's the same idea, and so I accept. So I not only use Funny Bunny, but they're darker nude pinks that I love as well. I do have a brand that I need to use that is a darker shade that I will talk about later. I'm just going to talk about the two that I think that are pretty good so far. The next one is a pretty generic brand, but the color is what gets me. This is called Beautiful Nail, and these, you can get these at Temu, Amazon, or Shein. Now, the Morally, I only found at Amazon, and maybe Shein. I can't remember, but they don't sell them at Temu. And the Morally are more expensive than most of them. They're about $4.99 a pack. Sometimes I think I've seen them for $7.99 a pack. So like between $4.99 and $7.99 a pack. But this shade of white is what I'm wearing now, and I just want to talk to you about it because this nail is not as quality as the Morally. The durability is nice, but they didn't take the time to be detailed like Morally. And the nail bed, I'm wearing them now, if you can see. And the nail is not thinner at the cuticle, and it does make a difference. It makes a difference as your nails begin to grow out as well, because you know that when your nails grow out, they separate, that it comes further and further away from the cuticle, and there's a space there that is not that has not been manicured. It is just new growth. So these nails have a little hump, just a little bit, where the Morally smooth, very hard to get any type of grip on it. So but the Beautiful Nail, this one, I just absolutely love this shade of white. So I don't care for just any shade of white. I don't want a snow white, an optic white, or an opaque white. I like translucent white. This is what you see here. Now, I'm going to talk to you about some cons for these press-on nails, especially for me. So I think they're very durable. They don't tear or chip ever. I haven't found. I've been using them now for about 2 months, so I've had 4 applications so far. I'm sorry, 3 months. 3 months. So I've had 6 applications so far. Different nails as well. I haven't repeated anything, so I've used some different brands, and these 2 are the ones I'm most impressed with. So let me just tell you that I have so many limitations. Like my anatomy is a little different. Surprisingly, I could get cute, but I did well. I did well in my day. But anyway, my hands, my fingers is one of my like limitations. My nail bed is extremely short. My hands are very wrinkled. They always have been. This is not old age for me. This is not, oh, she's middle aged, her hands are wrinkled. My hands have looked like this all of my life. And anybody who knows me would vouch for me and say absolutely they've been wrinkled like this. My fingers are very short and my nail beds are too, and they are not ideal. They are wide and some of them are cocked to the side like this one. Then some of them are very flat like these two on my right hand. Now, the reason this becomes a challenge is because artificial nails, they come with a hump. They come curved because typically a nail bed is curved and they want them to set on properly and the glue to adhere to every part of your nail bed. Well, I have trouble because my nail beds are flat on these three fingers. One is cocked to the side, and so I have to press very hard to get all of my nail to touch the other nail and the adhesive to take really good. And it gives me trouble after I've been wearing them because, you don't realize how hard you are on your hands when you are, when you get your nails done professionally. That stuff just kind of, it lasts. It's very extremely durable. And not that these aren't, but I can feel like the pressure, like, oh, I'm opening a can, or oh, if I'm cleaning something, or if I, scraping something. Like I'm a homemaker, so I'm in the kitchen a lot. I do a lot of cooking. So, they tend to lift just a little earlier, not right away, but earlier, because these nails, once you've gotten the hang of it and learned how to apply them well, these nails will last 3 weeks. Like I literally I've been having to soak my nails because I want to do mine every 2 weeks, because when they grow out and you have this new growth here and it doesn't look as good. So I like every 2 weeks is enough for me. So I have to soak these babies big time to get that adhesive to loosen up. So let me talk about some adhesive. And I should have brought those with me, but in my next video I will. But I've tried a couple different. I've tried some liquid gel, and I've tried it's almost like a rubber cement gel. And what I've learned is the rubber cement, they don't leave air pockets at all. It's a really even coverage. But you have to work with it. You've got to practice with it so you can make sure not a lot squeezes out and stuff. And so it's some trial and error, just like with anything new. But I wonder if you can see this, the bubbles. Let me see if you can see the difference. I did this one with the liquid gel, and this one doesn't. And let me see. I'm gonna stand up and see if you can see. Do you see this one here? You see those air bubbles? Right there and there, and you see this one without them. So this thumb I did with the liquid gel, and this one I did with like that rubber cement gel. And so rubber cement works better for me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Specifically me, or anybody else who wants to wear nude colors, translucent whites, nude pinks, nude beiges, your issue is going to be these air pockets. So the rubber cement adhesive will be better because it doesn't leave air pockets. Now for others who wear all sorts of colors, you don't have to worry about that because you can't see through the nail. If you've got on a green, you're not looking through that green and you can't see that air pocket. So the air pocket doesn't cause any difference, and they stay on pretty good because they are sealed in a whole lot of the area. But for those of us like me who want to wear their nails in pinks and whites, you might want to try the rubber cement. And I'm going to bring it in my next video. I promise I will. You might want to try that. On the advertisement, they're rolling it up and they're letting you know that it's like a solid, It's not a liquid, it's a solid. So that would be better for you, for those of you who want to try the pinks and whites like me. So I just wanted to, give you some updates. I think that I put on I'll be putting on Instagram my the difference between an old shot of me with a dip and the new shot of me that I just applied these just the other day. And I think I'm getting pretty good. I'm shaping my nails the way I want them. I don't have real pretty nail beds, so mine never look absolutely beautiful, but they look groomed and manicured like I like. That's the objective. So stick around, come back. I'll be posting more with some different brands I think I've got 2 more brands that I'm going to be trying out, but I'm going to keep these. You'll see these a lot because for 6 months of the year, between April and October, I wear whites. And between October and March, I wear nude pink. So I'm gonna be wearing my whites now, so you'll see those. I don't know if I'll get back to those pinks. I'm not sure I'll do a special edition of video, but I probably won't, but you'll see the pinks later on if you're still with me. So please come along as I share my journey, money management, modest living, family budgeting, how things work, how I cook, how I prepare for my family. Come along with me and share that with me. I'm happy to share, and I think it's worth sharing. Till next time.